This is a super cheap tripod. Okay, so I've been using this little mini tripod for my camera happenings on the go, and it's quite big, to be honest, and whilst it's very flexible and can do all kinds of things, and I recommend it full-heartedly, it's still just that wee bit bigger, so it doesn't fit in some of the bags quite so well. And I feel that I should really take a bigger bag whenever I'm taking this camera with me, which kind of limits portability. So I've picked up one of these. Ailun, A-I-L-U-N, Ailun? Yep, an Ailun Tripod, made in China. iPhone tripod made by Ailun. Okay, there's not much on the packaging. Very simplistic packaging. Not always a bad thing. Cuts down on costs and all that kind of thing. And whenever you're just throwing away the packaging, doesn't really make a difference at the end of the day, because the price of this is £7.98 from Amazon, delivered on Amazon Prime. And I'm hoping that it's going to be a pretty good combination. So there's a little warranty type thing thrown in there as well. Not happy. Guarantee reply within 12 hours if you've got a problem. 90-day hassle-free return and refund. 12 months warranty. Fair enough, can't complain with that, especially whenever it's only £7. Just to throw them out, there's a website as well, a YouTube channel as well for official products and things like that. Okay, so how does it look? Well, it looks a bit like a Gorilla pod, if anything. To start with, we have rubberized plastic on the bottom here for, it's non-slip. So it's pretty good. It'll catch the surface that you're putting it on, or most surfaces. Then we have some foam around here, and somewhat. It doesn't feel particularly expensive foam, but then it's a £7 tripod. Up the top, it does look a bit dubious up here. If we go in quite close, it looks fairly cheap plastic. There's just some round tips to the legs, shoved into holes on this triangular piece of plastic, but you can't expect to have metal for £7. And they move in all kinds of directions, so it is actually a fairly sensible solution, whereas this one can only move up and down. Just by comparison, it's twice the size. This can move all kinds of different ways, and then these move too. Because they're foam, you can set them on any surface. Obviously, setting them on wet surfaces is going to wet the foam, so you might not want to do that. And then up top, that's fairly plasticky, but there are metal components inside there. It's not a plastic screw thread or anything. There is a bit of quality. It's just coated in plastic to cut costs, and you can tighten it up. And you can see there's a clamp essentially there that clamps around this to hold it in place, and it's just one little rounded piece of plastic that keeps this up top. So we open it up and then we can move that like that, and it moves up and down, as opposed to, well, the whole unit rotates, and this goes up and down, so you can't move that any particular way. So it does still have a large amount of freedom of movement. And then there's another one here, which if we turn this, you can see that piece is moving away from this bit of plastic, and that bit of plastic releases the head. Alright, okay, it took me a while to work out exactly what was happening there. So the head can come in and out. It's a simple clip on the underside and a simple hole here. It's obviously a metal screw for attaching additional units to, or cameras to. And that clicks in. Pull that back and it pulls out. Very simple method. And then you roll that up so you can't push that down. Obviously we're dealing with a very small unit here, so there is considerations for big hands and fingers. But yeah, it's a decent enough little tripod for you to throw in your bag and use just on the fly. It certainly beats having to pull this out. I'll usually use this for slightly better quality photo shoots or whatever, but this is very, very simple just to pull out and use. And then of course it comes with one of these which you can stick on and have at an angle if you're doing Instagram or what have you, and then put it on this way as well if you're wanting to film something at a different angle or in a different way. Yeah, so it's a decent enough little tripod. I do quite like it, and I guess as long as you're careful with it, it'll probably last. It is predominantly plastic, but the metal innards, which could be a soft metal, are protected enough by the plastic to give it a little bit of rigidity. I can't say that it'll last forever, and taking it probably on an extreme sports adventure or something would probably see its demise. But from the outset, it looks pretty good for £7. It's easily replaceable, and it does the job. I'm quite happy with that. I'll have to take it out and have a wee play with it and see how it goes. We got our Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus in there, and it all looks rather good. It seems to take the weight quite well. So let me know if you have any questions or any concerns. Hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications. Remember to check out the Tech Addicts podcast. There's links down below as to where to get it and how to listen. And other than that, take care.